In today's video, we are doing a bush-veld scene of the incredible low-veld district. I've prepared 3 references, starting with those mountains. I really like the depth in this picture. I'm going to construct this tree into my bush-veld as it would suit the topography. I'm adding that skyful mood, and here is the thumbnail drawing I planned using those references. On a 900 by 600 millimeter canvas board, I will block in the basic shapes with some liquid gel medium and a little odorless spirits with some Van Dyke brown paint. Once I have all the basic shapes, I can start the block-in phase. Some Prussian blue, a little primary magenta, and Van Dyke brown for the darker shadow shapes. Some primary cyan and light blue for the blue sky. And some blue-gray and a little primary magenta and titanium white for the lighter clouds. Also, a little lemon yellow is added with a little cadmium orange to get the lighting effect on those clouds. Here we see the depth is enhanced by the aerial perspective in those clouds. As the clouds get closer to the horizon point, we see how they become smaller, thinner, and more intense shapes, moving in behind those mountains. And here I shifted the mood and color of the mountains to fuse with those clouds. As we come closer to the foreground, we see how the colors get progressively warmer in the mountains. The colors in the mountains are nearly the same as the darkest clouds, except the darker value occurs in the mountains as opposed to the lighter sky. Using a mix of Prussian blue, primary magenta, and Van Dyke brown, a little white, and some raw sienna and light blue with a little terverte in the foothills of those mountains. Once I finish the blocking, phase 2 can begin. I can start modeling and creating marks that informs depth, detail, and texture. I can now emphasize depth, strengthen and adjust the values accordingly. I can also start adding warmer colors like in those mountain cliffs and all the bushes and shrubs that grows on the slopes of the mountains. In this stage, you can bring in the feel of depth by introducing darker shadows into the middle ground plane. Using a bit of darker raw sienna that haven't been mixed. The one thing that has been a real game changer for me is thumbnail sketches. Studies in which I can figure out the placing and balance in the painting. Bringing together unrelated references together and blend it into a symphony of color, mood, and composition. It is an important recipe, so to speak, which if you follow meticulously can yield results. It's not good enough just to do a thumbnail sketch and in your painting do something completely different. You should at this stage follow your intended design meticulously, at least most of the time. So for example, the thumbnail sketch in this specific artwork, I had to figure out if the design of the clouds would work and where exactly I would place that tree, or if those mountains would make a nice combination with that tree. In the thumbnail sketch, we can now experiment fearlessly and often with excitement as to the possibilities that could come from such experimentation. It helps us to be more confident when we approach painting, and the odds of failure decrease dramatically. So another important aspect of your painting process is attitude. And I don't mean bad or good attitude. I'm talking about your approach, treating every aspect of your painting with the care and enthusiasm it deserves. Sometimes that is hard. As you go further in the painting process, you might lose your momentum, and it can be hard to pick up again. Trust me, many of my attempts lay in a corner collecting dust, all because I haven't followed through. It is in that middle phase when you finally realize the work involved to bring the painting to its conclusion, and you just have to push through. Sometimes the details can be more daunting, like with those grasses, yet the painting will look incomplete if that is not properly done. So the right attitude needs to be applied to every part of your painting, not just the parts you prefer doing. And that said, we can see when all parts of our work has been prioritized in the correct amount. There will be a balance and the artwork will feel more complete. I attribute attitude to more failures in artwork than even bad design and composition. Thank you for watching till the end. And until we meet again on this channel, have a fantastic day.